The draw for the second round of the UEFA Cup took Newcastle to one of Europe's most impressive cities, Budapest, the pearl of the Danube. Football in Hungary has a tradition as impressive as its capital city. The mighty Magyars taught England a football lesson more than 30 years ago. The country's most successful club side are Ferencvaros. 26 times they've been Hungarian champions, and for Newcastle United, they represented a significant European test. When Kevin Keegan's team sampled the tight conditions at the Ulai Stadium the night before the game, it was against a hostile background. United's black players had been warned they could be targets for racial abuse from a crowd with a known right-wing hardcore. Les Ferdinand led a dignified yet defiant response.
I read something in the papers yesterday about it, but it's not a problem. You know, I've had it before in my career, and it's an unfortunate part of football, but it's there, and it's not a football problem. It's a society problem, and it's just another obstacle to get over.
The Hungarian fans had cost their club a hefty £50,000 fine after bad behaviour in the previous round. Their welcome to the dedicated Toon Army contingent was far from friendly. Newcastle arrived believing they were in the right form for Europe. They've been grinding out results recently without the cavalier football which ironically had proved their ultimate downfall on their previous European adventure. Inside the stadium, an 18,000 crowd prepared to greet their team with a traditional salute that looked more fearsome than friendly. Ferencvaros were national champions, but had been dumped out of the Champions League in the preliminary round. The atmosphere was absolutely cracking. Newcastle started everyone's favourites, but nobody could have predicted the way this game would turn out.
Miliuta on the ball here, plays a long one forward. Solicek comes, he doesn't get it, and this is Horvath, and it's 1-0 to Ferencvaros, 7 minutes gone. Lutsenko making a run down this left-hand side, Peacock the defender there with him. Lutsenko's got it into the middle there, more danger for Newcastle. Horvath hits the post, Lichtes, 2-0 now, a disastrous start for Newcastle. Newcastle really looking to get their way back into this. Here's Beardsley just knocking it forward. Shearer, two defenders there. He still gets the cross in, and Ferdinand! Excellent finish, and Newcastle have pulled one back. 25 minutes gone now. This is a real game here. Shearer, a brilliant provider as well as finisher. What an excellent cross, and Ferdinand got to it before everyone. Real determination there from Big Les. Again, Ferdinand fighting for everything, didn't get to it, but Batty does. This is a strong run from Batty, and Shearer! Oh, that's a superb finish, and Newcastle are level. It's 2-2. Batty, who's had a storming first half, pushing forward and just pulling that one back. Shearer adjusted, and that was superb striking. What a clever pass, and Shearer really made it count. 2-2. Newcastle really buzzing now. They've certainly responded to that early setback. And here's the man again out wide, Alan Shearer, and he's got it across. And here comes Lee, and it's in, no! And Zola just gets it on the line. And Newcastle could have turned it around so dramatically then, 2-0 down, and it could have been 3-2 up, but it just somehow stayed out. The keeper so grateful to dive on that. Kuznetsov with the cross there. Peacock away, and Beardsley. Oh, that was really careless. And Lichtes, and it's 3-2. Lichtes gets a second. Newcastle back in trouble. Now Batty, they could just pull something out of the bag here in the dying seconds. Beardsley weaving his way across, and Lee's in a good position. And Shearer flags up, offside, it won't count.
Shearer was convinced he'd been robbed of a last-minute equaliser, insisting he was behind Rob Lee when the ball was played. The home side's unexpected victory prompted scenes of wild celebration. Not for the first time, we'd seen the best and worst of Newcastle's unpredictable character. The defeat was by no means a disaster in a game that was non-stop entertainment.
We had all the emotions of football there tonight. You know, in Europe, you want a quiet start, keep a clean sheet for the first 15, 20 minutes, get the crowd quiet. We were 2-0 down, so that didn't work. And then, you know, you want to go after the goal. You think, well, if we can get 1-2-1's not a bad result. We end up getting 2 and should have got a third. Robert Lee at the post, came back. But second half, I was disappointed with our performance. I don't think we ever got back on beat after half-time. So I think they deserve to edge this game, but the tie is very open, isn't it? I mean, if they come to St James's and draw, they deserve to go through.